Good morning, Westwood. Today is Monday, December 3rd. It's day 4. Please get ready for the pledge.
I'm Devin from Mrs. Van Landen's class.
My name is Jackson from Mrs. Van Landen's class.
My name is Peyton from Miss Van Landen's class.
My name is Kevin from Mrs. Van Landen's class.
Please stand and join us
for the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, guys. Thanks for sharing the pledge with us today. We're going to get right to things today. I got a bunch of stuff in the mailbox. I'm going to share a couple of those right away. We have Serenity in Mrs. Bergner's class. She's gotten better at cartwheels and being a friend. We have Grace in Mrs. Bergner's class. She's gotten better at reading and writing workshop. Let's see. We have Macy in Mrs. Bergner's class. She's gotten better at art, PE, and music. We have our Aviana, in Mrs. Turf's second grade class, has gotten better at drawing stars and doing backward handsprings on the trampoline. Very impressive. Callan in Mrs. Turf's second grade class has gotten better at handstands. Callan in Mrs. Turf's second grade class has gotten better at building a treehouse. Fantastic. We're going to skip ahead here again. Let's see. Addison in Mrs. Turf's class has gotten better at reading nonfiction. And finally, Devin in Mrs. Van Landen's third grade class has gotten better at playing video games, especially Fortnite. Hopefully he's doing some reading and some playing outside along with that. All right, it is a Monday, and we have Ms. Zarowski with us. Ms. Zarowski, what are you doing with us on a Monday?
Well, Mr. Marston, I just could not wait till tomorrow because this is one of my favorite weeks. It is Hour of Code Week. I'm super pumped. This is where we really put a focus on computer science and learning how to program and code things. Some of you might remember the B-bots. Some of you have used those this year. This is a little robot that you can program with those buttons, but there are also a lot of different websites that you can go to online where you can practice your coding. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen with you so that everybody knows where they can find these things. If you are on the library page at the top, there's a button for creating. And if you click on creating, there are Hour of Code resources in this page embedded right in. My favorite 3 are right here, code.org, Tinker, and Codable. And I'm just going to click on code.org and show you once you get in, and remember, you can get to this from home, you can go in and choose your grade. So if you're a kindergartner, you might want to click on pre-reader, and you can find some different games that will be great for you to play to practice coding. If you're in 2nd through 5th grade, you can go here. Ooh, there's a new Grinch coding thing. If I look down, oh, Star Wars. I see Angry Birds, lots of cool games in here, and there's a lot more underneath and linked on that page. So I hope that everybody gets an opportunity to try this out this week. We love coding because it's a good chance to practice our problem-solving skills. Coding can be tough sometimes. Sometimes you need to give it multiple tries. Don't get frustrated. Take a deep breath and try again. All right, so hopefully everybody gets to fit that in this week or sometime in the near future. Back to you, Mr. Marston.
All right. Thanks, Ms. Zarowski. I know it's an exciting week for a lot of kids to do all that coding activity. So thanks for sharing that with us. We look forward to seeing what all the kids are doing coding this week. All right. We have, it is Monday, so let's do some This Week in History. All right. Tomorrow is National World Trickshot Day. It's always fun to see the different things that people do with trick shots. December 5th, it's kind of just a fun day. International Ninja Day. So act like a ninja on the 5th. December 6th, it's National Gazpacho Day. I just like to say gazpacho. It just means cold soup. The 7th is National Pearl Harbor Remembrance Day. And then the 8th is Pretend to be a Time Traveler Day. Maybe you can go back in time and pretend you're somebody different on Saturday. A couple of important dates in history. December 6th, 1865. The 13th Amendment was added to our Constitution, which abolishes slavery, and abolish means to get rid of. So slavery is illegal on that date back in 1865. And then December 8th, 1765, Eli Whitney was born. That might be a name you've heard of. He was an inventor of something called the cotton gin, and it was just a machine that removed the seeds from cotton. Listen to these numbers. Before that, they had to remove the seeds by hand. They could make 3,000 bales of hay a year by removing them by hand. And after his machine came in, they could do 73,000 after that. So it changed the way that cotton was transformed into clothing a long time ago. So there you go. This week in history. You know what, guys? We have no birthdays today. So instead of doing some birthday music, we're going to play in honor of Hour of Code Week, a little Mr. Roboto. Here we go.
Let's see those robot dances.
Come on, guys. Where's the robot dancing? All right, Westwood, that'll wrap us up today. Learn something new, have some fun, strive to be a 5, and
Rock on, Westwood.